Hello, Vamsi. Good afternoon.
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah. Vamsi, are you ready for the interview?
Yes, ma'am.
The Anaplan 6 to 10 lessons, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. If you have any PPTs, please share your screen and present.
Yeah, okay, sure. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. I can see your screen, Vamsi. Carry on with your presentation.
Yeah, okay. Basically, today our topic is the some of the topics will be in the Anaplan. It's the 6 to 10th lessons, and here I today discuss these topics. In this session, I will following contents explain like modules and line items and how to input the data into modules and summon lookup functions and functional areas. And these are all the main topics I will explain today. And coming to the first slide, module. So basically, modules are the we already discussed in the previous sessions, and modules are the engines of a model, and these are the key components of a Anaplan model. You can build the module with the use of line items and dimensions such as the time and versions and lists from the central library. And by default, all the modules contain time as a default dimension. And coming to next slide, here we discussed how to create a module, and I will see it in the practical way. Just a second. Yeah, first go to the module, and after that in the model settings bar we have one option will be there, that is the modules option. You just click that option and click the insert module option here, and you create one like one enter the module name. Here I enter the module name as like sample, and here I will give the dimensions of this module by the pages and rows and columns. And here we see the time is the default dimension we already discussed. It is the coming in the columns option by default, and here we enter the line items of the module, and here I enter some line items like I enter some line items here, line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4. These line items I will enter, and I was created this module, and after clicking OK, the module will be created, and its layout will be looks like this. So here the module will be created, and coming to next slide, line items. Yeah, here we see these all are the line items. These are the key components of the Anaplan module, and these line items can hold the data, and we can give the input to the data for these line items, and we run the calculations in those line items. So here the all the logics you can build, and all the calculations we run, and all the syntaxes, all the formulas we can give only these line items. And these line items have a different formats like text format and number format and boolean format and date format and time period. All the lot of options will be there in the line item format settings bar, and you can reference these formula in the line items within the model, and modules in the model also. uh, and by default the line item format is a number format. If you can just open the line item and create the line item, the line item format will be the number. And in the spreadsheets, it's a cell based, but in the Anaplan it's a line item based. In the spreadsheets, we enter a formula for the each cell, but in the uh, Anaplan line items, you can give the formula for the line items, and the formula will be reflected to all the cells within those line item. And coming to next module grid view, and this is the one of the primary view when you create a module. The first you see what is the grid. Yeah, grid is a interactive component for the displaying data from Anaplan. If you want to display any data in Anaplan, it in the form of grid structure only. And the grid view is the default view for the Anaplan module. And grid view instantly displays the data in the layout created on the module screen, but the layout can be changed later with our references. And the dimensions in the list and time versions all will be seen in this grid view only. And we can change the dimensions by using the pivot also. coming to next one, module blueprint view. In this, where all the backend will be worked, backend will be happened. We create the line items and we queue the calculations. All the things will be here only. But grid view will present the calculation, but all the calculations and all the formulas and all the works will be done in backside. That is in the module blueprint view. Here the module blueprint view is the model builders behind the scenes, and the blueprint view is where the model builders can add formulas and perform calculations in line items, update the format of the line items. All the things will be done in the use of the module blueprint view. And and one more thing, here we use the module blueprint view, and you can adjust the dimensions also. We can give the dimensions, you can add the dimensions, and you can remove the dimensions. So all the things will be located and held in this module blueprint view. And coming to next slide, toggle between the grid and blueprint view. Basically we say the grid view will standards the will holds the raw data. Means if the any data directly comes from the source, it will shows to the grid view. And if you perform any calculations, the results of those calculations will be reflected in this grid view. It will hold the results of the calculations. And coming to blueprint view, it will basically a structure of a module. It will gives the structure of a module, like it will holds the formulas, it will give the line item formats, and we can give the time scale of the those line items and other structural settings. All these things will be happen in the blueprint view. And these two views as a service has a different purpose, and we can easily toggle between this blueprint view and grid view. We just see in the practical way. Here we see that this is the basically a grid view. Here all the data, if you enter any data, it will shows, it will perform. And if you can give the time as a dimension, so all the time is set up in the columns. And if you can give the any lists, it will be coming to the rows level. Or if you give the columns, it will come into column levels. Or in the pages, you can give it will comes like a pages, and all the things will be looks like this in the module grid view. And coming to you just to toggle between the, if you want to go module blueprint view, you no need to use any option. You just click this triangle option, and just click it once, and it will gives to the blueprint view, goes to the blueprint view. Here it is the indication, it will be turns into the blue. It shows it will be in the blueprint view. If you just click this, and it will comes to the module grid view. In the blueprint view, we say here we have line item formats, and you can change different line item formats here: number, boolean, date, time period, list, text. All these things you can change here. And we use the formula here. It is the formula bar. You can give the formula, and you can edit the formula here. And these all are the summary methods. We can discuss later these things. And here the applies to, here you can add the dimensions. These are all the present lists of the this model. So these are all the lists where we available in this model. So you can easily add this list for this module without any give any access. Directly you can add this list here, applies to column. And also we can use the time scale here. It is in the months level. If you want to change it is in the day or month here, you can change it's possible. And we add the time range. You can give the time range option also here available, and you can give the versions directly into this blueprint view. So here versions where what versions will be available, it will shows. And it will gives the style options of the particular line items. We will see all these things. Just see here it is the normal. It will shows the normal. And if you want to gives the different options like a heading, and all these things will be reflected in the left side. You see in the, as I will select the heading 2, it will shows like this. And I will select the heading 3, and it will reflects this way. The style will be changed, the style of the alphabets will be changed. And if you click the summary, it will be bold. So all these things will be used here, and we put it as a normal. It is a default. And coming to this part, it is a cell count. It will indicate so how many cells will be located in this module, and each line items also it will be available. For the line item 1 it will be 78, and line item 2 78. All the things will be shown line wise. And if you want to give any notes for this particular line item, you can use this notes column. You can write any thing you want in this notes column regarding the technical information. And these all are the blueprint view settings. And coming to next, these already we discussed. These all are the blueprint view settings. And coming to next one, summary method. Before going to summary method, we clearly see what is the settings will be available in the number format, all these things, so line item formats, all these things. So here in the line item format settings, we say it's a different options will be available. So here I was like explain what is what individually. Here I put it as a number, and this is the format settings. Here we have minimum significant digits. If you want to put it as a like this, it will reflects. And if you want any decimal places, you can use after the any decimal symbol, any decimal numbers you can give after the each number of decimal points you want, you can give here. And the thousand separators will be available here. And in the negative numbers we have minus sign. If you want without minus sign, you want brackets, you can see here the brackets will be coming. And here units will be available. If you want to locate the currency, it will shows the different options, different currencies of the different countries, but the basic it is the USD. If you want the symbol, it will be shows like this, the dollar symbol. And if you want to currency code, it will shows the USD. All this setup, it will reflects in the upper corner. And if you give the percentage here, you use the percentage option here. And all this will be setup will be available in the number format. And coming to next one, this is the number format. And if you want to give the boolean, this is the true or false based condition. If you like give the true, it will shows the, just see here, if you give the boolean, it will coming like that, these boxes. And if you give the formula here, just give true, it will takes the tick mark to those boxes. In the falses, it will not reflect. So here, if it is in the tick mark, it will be obeys, and it will not, the tick marks will be not in this box. And coming to next one, a date. If you put it as a line item format as a date, it will shows the date format. And you can select this date format by using the this drop down. Like you can select what date we want in these line items. And we have time periods also. Time period settings also here available, format also available. The time period, it will be shows like the a week, month, quarter, half year, a year, whatever you want, you can put it as a like this. Suppose here I put it as a year. And click OK. And automatically it will gives the some drop down. It will shows the all the years where will be available in the time scale. If you select whatever fiscal year you want. And if you add any line items, so without going to module again, just click this plus symbol, and you add the line items here. I add some line item, one line item here, and it is the line items position. And I was give it to the end corner. And here it is one next option of the format settings as text format. If you want to give any text, it will be like put it in the format as a text. And in the text option, you can give the number also, but in the number format you can't give the text. And it's coming to next one. Next one is the list format. If you put the list format, it will select the which list you want to formatize. And in the list corner, you can see all the lists available in the model. Here it is all the lists available in the model, and you can select whatever you want. And last one is the none. And if you click the format as a none, it shows no data, means it will shows the without data, and you can't give any data to this formatted line item. So here you see I type, but it is not reflected. So this is all the line item format settings, and we can the formula editing bar. Here we give the formula like you see already in the line item 2. I will give the true. Yeah, and if once I will write the formula, it will shows the two options here, the into mark and tick mark. If you like agreed with this formula, you can directly give the tick mark. It will takes that formula. And if you don't want the formula here, and just you can click this in this class mark, and it will remove the total these things. And this is all about the formula bar. And if you want double click, and you can reference any line items and of a module you want double click, and you can go it anywhere, just like this. It will shows through with all the modules present in the model, and lists all the access will be applied here. And yeah, already you discussed here the time scale and time range if you want give, and versions if you want. You can directly give to this module to blueprint view and notes here. These are all the common and basic features of the blueprint view settings. And coming to next slide, summary method. Yeah, basically summary method is define how the aggregation of child values into one value. Like if all the child values can be added, and it coming into the one particular value, that is called the summary method. You can change the summary method from blueprint view only, which is not possible from the grid view. In the grid view we can't change that, and we can't off that summary method. By default the line item is a number format. So same wise, by default in the number formatted line item, the summary method is a sum. In the boolean formatted line item, the summary method is a none. And the summary methods are vary from line item line item. It's depending on what summary method is make your sense for that line item. And just see here these examples. We can give the assignment. We can just look this ones here, this module. And you see these all are the months I was given to this dimension of this module. And it will all will be sum up, and it will reflects to the fiscal year 18 here with 31,000 to 200 And if you just go to the blueprint view, you can use just here is the summary method will be in the two formats. One is the summary, it's the, and second one is the time summary. This summary will be used for the list, and all the things will be coming into the summary. And time summary means it will be depends on the time level. And here we see these are the both are the same options. And here we see just here I put it as a sum, so that's why all the values will be added to the fiscal year 18. If I can use the none, it all the values will be arranged in the FY 18. And the formula, if you can give any formula regarding this, you can use the formula here. And the average I was just click, and okay, it will shows the average value of this fiscal year 18. It will changes like to 2614. And coming to next one, these all are the summary options, summary methods available in the Anaplan module. And we have minimum option will be available here. We just click it once, and it shows where what is the minimum value in this all these months. It will reflects here. The minimum value is 9164, so that's why it will reflect in the FY 18. And also same as here we have the maximum option also available. And opening balance will be available here. Just click this opening balance. It will indicates the FY 18. It will starts with the month of January 18. So that's why that value in the January 18, it will reflects into the FY 18. And if you want to give the close balance, it will shows the last month value into the those summary FY 18. And you can just click it as a closing balance, and give the option. Yeah, it will shows the closing balance 45,385 in the fiscal year 18. So these all are the summary methods were available. And coming to next slide. System modules. Basically, system modules is the used for the system modules is the best practice in the model building. System modules holds the functions that are referenced to use input modules, output modules, and calculation modules. When building a system module, limit the dimensionality as much as possible. It means if you can give the any system module once and you can use the system module for many times, it will improve the performance of a module, and we need not to create more modules, and we can use the system modules for many times. And coming to next slide, what are the advantages of using system modules? There are many advantages to using system module. One of the key advantage is that the function in the system modules is run once. If you can give the system module and you can use essence some particular function, it will run once and you can use those system module for many references. So we already discussed, and it will improve the model performance. And the system module can be hold the metadata and attributes to the list items. So these are all the uses of the system module. So here I can give some practical example for how to create a system module. And here you see, and go to insert module, and here I give the 601. I give the product system module. Product family I can give, and here I use the P2 products list in the system module, and I was remove the time because I don't need to use the time. And here I use some line items. Here I use code, and product family I use, and I use the size line item, and these P2 products I will put into the column level and click OK, and it will reflects here. And here I can give some formulas to these line items. Here I can use the I want the code of those system module line item. So that's why I was use the code of item of these P2 products. So just here and go to the general list once, and click the P2 products here, and just close the brackets and give the tick mark here, and give the tick mark here. Yeah, here you see the format will be a number format. So that's why the formula it doesn't take in. So just you can keep this format first, and after you can assign the formula here. So first we like change the format number to text, and after that we create a formula here, code of item of these P2 products. So P2 products, and close the line item with brackets, and give the tick mark here, and it will gives the code P001, P002, P003. All will be coming in the into the particular line item. And the product family, it's the parent of the P2 product. So that's why I can use the parent of item of P2 products. Once more, I use this P2 product list, and coming to back, and close these brackets once. And sorry, here also we can change the format. And here the P2, the product family will be in the list format. So here we change the format as a list. So here I change the format list, and it's a product family. So I can select the product family, and here I give the formula P2 products, and close the brackets once, and give the tick mark here, and it will takes the so this the product family details all will be coming like into this line item. And the final one size, it is also the list format. So we just use the list format here, and here the import the data will be available here. So you can see how to import the data into the module. It is in the next slide. So you just keep it as. So this is the one system module why we created, and we can use this system module for many times, and without any restrictions for the usage. And you can anywhere in the system module within this model. And coming to next slide, time functions. Yeah, basically time functions can be divided into two types. First one is the non-time series based function, and second one is the time series based function. In the non-time series based functions, you can read the data from the line items, and that uses the different time ranges. If you have different time ranges, yeah, without any problem, you can read those line items data. But in the time series function, it must be in the same time period. We can't use the different time ranges, and we can't read the data for different time periods. So we just to only give the standard time period here. In the non-time series functions, we have date and period, month to date, start value, end value, all those things will be in the non-time series functions. And the time series function, we have previous, lead, lag, this post, spread, all the things will be in the non-time series based function. So here we can just give some example. In the we can here first can insert some module, create some module based on the time series based function. So here non-time series function. So I was created a, it was based on yeah, this format, non-time series function. So that's why I was put it that name, and I use the time as a dimension. I need only to that dimension only, and after that I was created, yeah, first day of, it is one of the system module. So we just click, it will be used for the session also. That's why you can use this here. And first day of month, we put it as here. And next line item is last day. And current period, if you want, you can use current period line item. And like past and future. So all these line items we can use and get those functions in detail. And click OK here. And you see these all module will be created, and here we can give the formula. In the first day of month, we have some syntax will be there, that is start. And before giving the formula, first you can change these formats. So it is in the date format must and should, because it's a time series based function. So that's why time function. So that's why it is in the date format. And if you can use the this one, and directly you can copy all the properties into one line item to another line item. And it is a checking condition. So that's why you can give it is a boolean formatted. So and here you use boolean formatted here. And here we see first you can go with the first day of month. You put it as a formula here, and we just click, and you can give the syntax start. And the last day you use end, and give tick mark here. And in the next column, current period, it is also one of syntax we have. Current period start. And if you want the past data, you also, one of the option will be there. This is, and if you want the future period, we use the syntax. Yeah, it will like shows in the first day of month. It will, we use the first day of month, the formula start. It will indicates the in the time scale where is the first date and first month will started. So here you see Jan 18 first and 2018. So here we just go to the time model calendar one. So here we see this is the 2022, but you can add the past year's score. So that's why it will reflects and starts with the Jan 18. So that's why it will shows like this Jan 18. And in the last day of the month, in the last day of the month is 31st. So that's why it will comes like 31st 1 2018. And the current period, so here we see we put it as a current period, and August 18. So that's why it will be showing like this 8 August means the 8th month and first 2018. And it is the 8 to 1 2018 will be in the past, so that's why it will be use the ticks, so that's why the condition will be true. And these 8/1/2018 will be a past, no, so that's why it will be empty boxes will becomes like this by the use of the formulas. And these all are the time functions. And coming to next slide, some of the examples of these time functions we already discussed. And yeah, how to copy a module. Yeah, this is the very easy process in Anaplan. So it is used the very prominent feature, because we don't need to create any duplicate modules once. So it will improve the model size also. If you want to same copy again, so you can easily use the copy a module option. To copy a module, first you can navigate to modules and then select to which module we want to wish to copy, and select the module copy icon in the above corner. And after that, name the new module, and then select the module view settings. And if you want to give any function area, you can assign it and then click OK. Yeah, you can see it in the practical way. Yeah, first you can go to the where you want to give the copy. You can just go to the modules, and the modules which module we want to copy. Here I can go and I select this 60 opportunity data module, and after I was use the copy option here. And here I was if you want to give any different name, you can use. So here I give the copy module name. And if you want default view only, you can select here. And if you want to include all views, you can select the all views here. And if you want to assign any function areas, you can assign any function areas here, and after that click OK. And automatically the copy module will be created with the name, with the different name. So once you can go to the modules tab, and you can see here the module will be created with the use of the copy option. And coming to next one, yeah, data import methods. Yeah, basically the data will be imported into the module by the use of the four methods. The first one is the manual, and second one is the Anaplan connect, and third one is the extract, transform, and load connectors, and last one is the REST API. By the manual you can use the files which is in the spreadsheets, and you keep the here one condition will be having in the manual import. The file must be in the .csv or .txt formula only. And you can select what type of import will be done, the target and source data types will be having the same or not. You can check once in the manual import. And coming to Anaplan Connect, the client tool that imports and exports the flat files. The Anaplan Connect can be used to extract the data from the JDBC servers on scheduled intervals, if you can give the intervals. And coming to ETL connectors, that is extract, transform, and load ETL. These are all called these ETL connectors. And these connectors are also known as the iPaaS. The ETL tool requires a connector to the Anaplan API. Some customers need to build their own connectors. And REST API. This import method allows Anaplan customers to build custom data integration with the platform. And the REST API offer most configuration options for reporting data. Yeah, some of the examples of these REST API are Telbomi, MuleSoft, all these things. And coming to next one, how to import a data into a module. Here we discuss import into data into module by manually. Just to keep in mind, the import file we say it will be definitely in the format of .csv or .txt. And if you want to import the data from the spreadsheet, you can change the format of the spreadsheet with these .csv and .txt, and examine the source and target and the data types, and then go to the grid view and select the data option, and then click the import, and set the source file to it, and do proper mapping for the source, target, and line items, and then click import. And after finally you can click OK. You can see here in the practical way, here we already created some system module here. So in the system module we use, and here the system module will be created, and you use those system module, and you can directly import that system module once. Yeah, go to the modules concept once, and here you see the 601 product family. You can open this one, and you can go to the data tab and use the import option here. and it will shows the two options. One is the upload a new file or connected to Anaplan model, and we use first here the upload a new file once, and it will shows the system. It will takes into the system, and we here select which file we want to copy. So here I use the copy this file, so that's why I can give the name. And after I was it will shows this corner, and these all are the we already discussed in the previous session what's the header on the data row, all the things, and click the next. Here we done the mapping in the P2 products will be available in the column 2. So here we put it as a column 2, and the line items, code, product family, all this will be available in the column header. So that's why I will put it as a column headers. And in the system product family line items, you can give the manual mapping. Product code reference the code, and the family code will be product family. And after you can click the run import here, and it will map it to each and every term and some ignores, and finally it will success the import. The import will be success, and you can see the more data will be coming into these cells of the line item, and these all are the importing process of the Anaplan by manual. And yeah, what is the meaning of copy down or copy across, and what is this feature? Yeah, it is a handy feature in Anaplan. When entering a data in a module, it is able to quickly copy the value of one cell into all the down to the cells across the column, or you can copy the cells into across the all the cells in a row. And this feature is available for the model builders to the into the top toolbar. End users can also use this functionality. Yeah, you can see in this image, these two are the copy down and copy across. Yeah, you can see in the practical way. Yeah, here I just created one module for the showing purpose. So here I was use the insert option, and I give as name as copy down or copy across. Copy down. I can give the module name for our understanding, and I don't want to give any dimensions here. I just use some line items. I can give only some line items here, and after I tick it as OK, and you see the our module will be created, and here I will enter some value, and here I will enter the 5, and I was just keep this cell, and I use this copy down and copy across. First I can use the copy across. This 5 will be showing all the cells in into this module. Just see this 5 will be reflect all the modules across the column level, and if you give the 5, if you can select this cell and you can give the copy down, and this 5 will be reflects, and 5 will be coming into the all the line items which are in the down portion. So this is about the copy down and copy across future in the Anaplan. And coming to next one, yeah, pivot. Yeah, pivot can gives the access to the all the lists and roll-ups into the available in the module or model, and it will be gives the how the it will be appear, like it will give how dimensions will be appear, and we can you can data can be pivoted for different ways by putting them in a rows, and some of them putting them in a columns and pages. You can use all these things, and by creating some structure of this particular, and pivot is accessed inside the module by clicking icon, which is available only in the module grid view, and you can pivot in the both modules, and use in user interfaces like dashboards, and also UX pages. You can pivot the data. Yeah, here you see this is the pivot option will be available in the grid view. Yeah, here we see this is the pivot option, and if you want, you can just like this in the system. What you see that this is the pivot option. You can use the like dimensions to the pages level or columns level, or if you want rows level, all the dimensions positions will be changed by the use of this pivot, and you can give the positions of those line items. So all these things have, will be under the pivot. And coming to next one, the hard coding. Yeah, hard coding is nothing but it is the process of writing a formulas containing specific data instead of using a reference that points to the data. The best practice is avoid hard coding. avoiding the hard coding, it will be improves the model performance. It will model more adaptable and able to changes with the course of time. And it's here we see some of the example of hard coding. Here some of the line items will be here. So here I can do some I here he here we use the some reference here, the target greater than 5,000, and it will impacts and it will reflects all the line items where we'll use in this module. So it will improve the some more calculations, and it will perform, it will impact in the performance. So instead of these, you can directly use some uh, threshold line item, and in the threshold line item you can give the value of those target. Suppose if you want to 5,000, and you can give 5,000, and if you in the future you want to change the 5,000 to 4,000, you just change those line item, and we don't need to stress on the all the other line items included in the model. So that's why it is the best example of the avoiding hard coding will improve the performance of a module. And coming to next one, sum function. Yeah, sum function is the one of the basic and prominent concept in the Anaplan. The sum function is used to add up the multiple values. When you need to add only sum up only values that meet one or more criteria. If any values meet some criteria, if you want those values, you can use the sum function. In the Anaplan, sum function is matches to the in the Excel sum if functionality. And for example, you see here, these all are the some of the criteria for the sum function. Here we see there is a lot of sources and locations in the worldwide. So sorry, country wise. And if you want to only particular Hyderabad stores, if you want Hyderabad values, you can use the sum function here and you get the Hyderabad data. So here you see the total sales in the Hyderabad. You can directly calculate it with the use of the sum function. And the syntax of the sum function is the target result equal to x sum is to y. This the x indicates the source data, means what data you want to sum, and its format is basically a number format, and the data will be located in the module of line items or properties of the list. Those you can provided located in this data, and sum already and it is the condition. And after if y stands for the cross reference mapping or criteria for summing, means the data can be located in these the line items of a module same as the x and the properties of the list. And this formatted of this uh, criteria is either list or time period, and the target result line item, it's a must be a number formatted. And if you want to multiple summing criteria, you can use this formula, and you can practically see what is sum. Yeah, here I have some modules will be available, like Riv03. I have the margin calculation regarding the product wise, but I want to the margin calculation to the size wise. So here I use the sum function with the use of system modules, all the things you can see in the practical way. First I can create the one module. I was Riv01. Here I give the name size margin. I want the margin through size, so that's why I was create the size margin report module I was created. And after and uh, and after I was put it as a G2 country, here the pages, and size list also I want because I was created through the size, so that's why I was create the size. And here I give the line items, revenue, and cost of sales, and margin and margin percentage. These all line items, 4 line items I was created, and just click OK. Yeah, this will be created. So here I can use the formula. In the revenue, I want the size margin wise revenue, size wise revenue. So that's why I use the first in the sum function, the basic first criteria is select the source. Here my source is the Riv03 revenue, so that's why I was click this revenue. And afterwards I just use the square bracket and use the sum, write the sum, and after the semicolon. And here I give the criteria here, why here the criteria is it will be based on the size wise. So the size will be the criteria. So that's why I select the I use the system module here. You just open the system module here, the size will be available. So just click in the size and the dimensions of this product family here, and the dimensions of the country. So both will be matched, and it will be reflected, and you can use this formula and just click OK, and you see the size wise revenue will be generated into the revenue line item. So this will be, yeah, this is the sum function will be useful. And same wise, if you want to cost of sales through the size wise, first you can select the source data. So here the source data is the cost of sales in the Rev03 margin calculation module. And after you put the square bracket and use the sum, and after you select the criteria is the size. Size will be available in the system module. Just click the size line item and close the square bracket once, and you can give the right tick mark, and it will be located in the here. So the values will be located. So that's why some function will be useful in the Anaplan. And coming to the next one, that is called the lookup. Yeah, use the lookup function to look up the values from the source module or list to display the data values to the line item of a target module. It means if you want to look up any values from the source module, so if your want of lookup values coming into the target module, so in that criteria you can use the lookup function. It is basically in the one-to-many relationship, and in the if you can take the sum, it will be in the many to one, but in the lookup it is one to many. The lookup function is similar to the HLOOKUP and VLOOKUP function in the Microsoft Excel. The syntax of the lookup function is similar to the sum function, same as the X and lookup and semicolon and Y. The X stands for the source data and lookup, and Y stands for the sum of the criteria. And the data can be located in the source data, either in the module line item or a property of the list, whatever it is. And the format of the source data must be any format. It no need to any restrictions. And coming to why, it is a criteria for lookup and mapping cross reference. The data can be located in the module line item only. It's not in the list property, and it will be formatted as its format will be a like list or time period, and the target line item is must be same as the format of the source format. And if you want to multiple criteria for lookup, you can use these lookup options. And if you want to practically see in the lookup, you just go to the modules tab, and here you see in the Rev04 margin price growth rates, it is the price growth rates based on the product family wise and country wise. If you want to look up any particular product details through the country wise or product family wise, you can use the lookup function. So here I can create one module. So here I create Rev05 price growth rates staging module. The name was I was putting, and here I use a G3 locations and P2 products as a dimensions of the lists I've used, and I can put the time as a time, and unit price I can give, and unit cost. These all are the line items I can give to this module, and click OK. And this line item format must be, it is in a number by default, we already discussed. So I want it will be in the percentage. That's why I created a percentage, and you can select this tool. It will shows the tool size, and OK, and you can copy here and you can paste. It also takes the same as the first line item. You can see here the format will be changed, and in this process you can use the lookup. So just go to the blueprint view once, and go to the formula bar, and here in the lookup, the first criteria is the select the source data. So here the source data is the F0 for price growth rate module unit price. So that's why I was just clicking the unit price, and it will shows the source data. And after I was put it a square bracket and use the lookup, I can write and put this the column here. And after I will select the criteria. So in this criteria is the like P2 family product family wise and also the country wise. So that's why I can select the system modules here. Yeah, just go to the system modules once. Just click here and go to product family system module and click the product family. And after one criteria will match and second also we can enter lookup and use the second criteria. Go to the 601 location. It's already created in the module. So here the country wise. So that's why I can use the country line item and close the square bracket here and just click the tick mark and just see it will automatically reflects like because it's a no change. If you give the anything here, it will automatically reflects here. Just you see 5 and if you can give the anything in the source and then it will be like automatically into the target level. So in the US it will gives. So this is all about the lookup functionality in the Anaplan. And coming to next one, functional areas. Yeah, functional areas are the categories used to group together modules and classic dashboards that are embedded together in a model. Yeah, if you give some, if you want to categorize the modules and dashboards, you can use these functional areas. Yeah, how to create a functional area? The create a functional area is a very simple process. The in the Anaplan in the Anaplan modules bar, you have functional area option will be there. You can directly go to the functional area and then click open. And after you can insert the functional area and select the insert option. And after that, you can give the name of the functional area. And finally, you can click the OK. It will creates the functional area. You can just see in the practical way. You go to first go to the modules bar. And after here, we have functional area. You just click insert functional area. Here I give revenue and margin. This is the functional area I can give and put it as a OK. And after if you want more than one functional area, you can use the one more thing. And after here, I can give the like administration. This is one of the and in the corner just click. Yeah, these two functions I was created. And coming to next one. Yeah, how to assign a functional area. Workspace administrator can assign a functional areas to your modules and dashboards. To assign a functional area, we can follow these steps. Yeah, if suppose first you can take the modules in select the modules in the module settings bar and then select the module what module you want to assign a functional area to, and you can assign the functional area to that particular module. Just to see in the practical way, you can clearly understand. Go to the modules tab here, and here we see the function area option will be available for the every particular module. Here we have a rev02 input module. You just click this and you will get the revenue and margin function areas. So this is a drop down list. Here I was created two function areas, so that's why it will be shows the revenue and margin and administration. So here we can give a lot of function areas. Here you can here I can give the revenue and margin. In the sys location, I can give the administration. So this is the assigning of functional areas into the modules. And if you want to assign a functional areas to the dashboards, it's also the very easy process. So just here you can see here we have Vamsi. This is the one of the dashboard I was created, and here the functional area option will be available. Just click this and you can see these two options will be available. You just click the revenue, and here we see in the contents bar you have revenue and margin, you can assign the Rev02 volume inputs module into the revenue and margin. So it will reflect to the content bar, and administration we can give the assign to the system module. So that's why under the administration, the 601 will be occurred. So that's why it will be used. And one more thing here, the Vamsi, it is one of the dashboard I was created, and I was assigned to this dashboard to the revenue and margin. So that's why it will be coming under the revenue and margin. So that's why it is the categorizing process for the modules and dashboards. And yeah, coming next year, thank you. This is all the concepts I was covered in this lesson. So yeah, thank you for this. Thank you, Sweta.